All right, so let me give you an overview of Google Notebook LM, which is great tool for researching, or as they say, understanding anything basically. You can you just type Google Notebook LM and you'll end up on this page, and you need to be logged in with your Google account, of course, and then you are able to try the Notebook LM and create a new notebook. So when you go and create new notebook, it's going to ask you for sources. You can upload all kinds of sources: YouTube videos, links, PDFs, Word files, whatever. And whatever you load, you can load up to 50 sources, and whatever you load, then Google Notebook becomes an expert on that, and you'll see what I mean. What I'm going to do now, because I'm trying to show you how to use it for researching plants, I'm going to upload this book. So I bought this PDF and I have access to that PDF. So these are the plants for your food forest, 500 plants for temperate food forests and permaculture gardens. So I have this PDF, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to upload this PDF. Just give me a second. Okay, so I uploaded the PDF. I'm filing the PDF on my computer and I put it into Google Notebook. And now the Google Notebook will transform that PDF into text, and then we are able to essentially talk with all that information. Okay, and I'm going to showcase a few prompts that are really useful, but only imagination is limitation here. Okay, so one interesting thing is it's going to give you like a summary of what the PDF is all about. So if you have multiple PDFs, it's going to give you a summary of all these different sources. We only have one, and based on that, I'm going to create an audio overview, which is essentially a podcast of two people speaking about this information. Video overview, which is going to be like a short video. Mind map, and I'm going to create one like a briefing doc about the information. So all these are generating in the background, and now we can, now I can show like how to talk with the PDF or search for information. This is a specific use case, or now that we have a PDF full of plants and their descriptions and their features, then we can, I'm going to show you like a few prompts that you can use to find information that you need. So for example, let's use this one first. So list 3 perennial herbaceous ground cover plants which are hardy to zone 4 or colder, thrive in full shade, and can tolerate mildly acidic soil. So for example, let's say that this is your specific site condition scenario. So you would be okay, I need 3 herbaceous ground cover plants. My zone is zone 4, and I need them to thrive in full shade and can tolerate my mildly acidic soil. And when you press go, it searches through the information you gave it, and it's going to give you essentially a list of plants for your query. Yeah, so essentially in few seconds. So based on the source materials, here are the 3 perennial herbaceous ground cover plants, blah blah blah. Okay, so pink purslane, type and growth, hardiness zone, wood sorrel, additional options. Okay, so it gives you like a 4 plants that are specifically for this, for this query. Okay, and a good thing is that what you can do now is, okay, so it says it requires lime-free, neutral to slightly acidic soil. So all these are essentially references. When you click on this, it takes you directly to where, directly to the location in the PDF where it talks about that. So it's not like it imagines stuff or gives you something that is, like he the notebook trying to guess or extrapolate or whatever. It gives you direct link to where it found this kind of information. Okay. So that's the first one. Let me take another one. Okay, so this is even more specific. Okay, so let's say suggest 3 fast-growing shrubs or trees over 3 meters. That's 10 feet. That function as nitrogen fixers and can tolerate alkaline soil. So let's go. It's going to these are really specific. I have like a specific. This is a specific query. And good luck trying to find something like that on the internet. Like, of course, you could use ChatGPT for this, but and it will search the internet, but that's not reliable as this is. You fill this with PDFs or books that you read, books that you reference, books whatever, and it searches just those books. Okay, so Siberian peat tree, black locust, autumn olive, and even additional, alder. Okay, that's really good. So again, all these are references to places in the book where it found that directly. Okay, so that's good. Let's try another one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see this one. This one is even more. Okay, please provide 3 species from the bulb or herbaceous ground cover layer that offer edible leaves available in winter, tolerate semi-shade, and are hardy to zone 5. You see, this is really specific. Okay, so you can come to it with like a really specific query. If it finds if information is not there, it's not there, but usually it's there, and you would need to find in order to find what you're looking for in this form. It could take you hours. Okay, so again we have that pink purslane, woodland strawberry, sweet woodruff. Okay, interesting. Okay, so even gives us some additional ones. Okay, so this is interesting list, so you can save that as note, and you can then copy that note to your whatever you want, convert to source, convert all notes to source. But essentially you can copy this, put in your whatever notebook, in your Word file, in whatever, and there you have it. You have the list, or you can even go and research further this on the internet. Okay, so that's it. This is really useful. So let's look at these things that were generated here. So while we were talking, so let's look at the mind map. So the mind map is going to give you like overview of so food forest design and function. So food forest layer recommendations, tree, shrubs, herbaceous, climbers, and let's look at the shrubs. Okay, so these are the type of families that we have as shrubs, as herbaceous layer, and you can click any of these and it will take you to the to the book. For example, let's see. Okay, strawberry. Okay, and now discuss what these sources says about strawberry in the larger context of herbaceous and ground cover. Okay, and it tells you about the strawberry from the mind map. Yeah, okay, so that's the mind map. Let's look at, so it's still generating video. I'll come to that later. But for example, it generated an interactive podcast. Okay.
It feels like a genuine revolution in how we think about land. Food forests. They're regenerative, they are. Radically perennial. And they offer a real alternative to the system that feeds almost all of us. Industrial agriculture.
And we really have to start by framing the urgency here, which the source material makes incredibly clear. That industrial system, the one focused on annual crops, on constant tilling, it's accelerating the destruction of the planet. It's responsible for a full quarter of global.
Okay, so the podcast sounds like any other podcast that you would see. that you would hear, and you wouldn't even notice that it's AI generated. Okay, so this is particularly useful. You can use it on your Google Notebook, on your iPhone, on your smartphone, whatever. And as you're walking, you create like a audio podcast from this material, and you can be walking and learning that way. And I'll come back to this video just to show you video once it's completed. And while we're waiting, I'm going to show you one more thing, and that's adding different sources from the web. So you can search for the new sources. You can use web or your drive, but you have the option of fast research and deep research, which creates in-depth report and results. So let's, for the sake of it, let's use fast research. And okay, so search the web for new sources. We need sources like perennial edible plants for temperate climate food forest design. Okay, so let's click on that. And it's going to be researching the websites, and once it gets a list of websites which are suitable for your query, you'll be able to add these. Okay, so fast research completed. Now it's giving you so here are the sources that it found. So food forest design, perennial vegetables. Okay, this is good. Growing list of hardy vegetables. This is good. Plant list understory. This is good. Permanent nuts for. This is good. Summer berries. Okay, perennial crops. Okay, this is good. This is all good. Okay, let's add all those sources. And now you add all those sources. These are websites with information about food forest plant lists. And now you can talk with this information. You can research this information. You can search for whatever now your sources or library of sources has grown, and there is more reference. So if I were to start asking the same type of questions that I was asking before, it will give you more options because it has more sources. Okay, so it has generated the video as well. So let's take a look. So you can we can watch this. Can we watch this? Yeah, we probably can watch this in full screen, but here is the video. Okay, so
let's be honest, it feels like our global food system is at a breaking point. But what if the solution isn't some brand new technology, but an
let's skip forward. Okay, so
soil our planet loses to erosion every single year. It's a direct result of our modern farming practices. Monoculture crops is one of the main reasons we're seeing so much deforestation. And when you destroy habitats, you don't just wipe a natural forest.
Okay, so
doesn't need us to come in and plow it or weed it or fertilize it, right? It just manages itself, building its own soil. Okay, now for the really fun part, the food. A food forest can give you this incredible diversity of flavors and textures, stuff that's way beyond anything you're...
Okay, so I don't know why it generates only on one speaker, but it generates like a video which is like 6 minutes long and gives you an overview of
That's a really practical goal
of the whole book in an interesting way. Like a book is a reference of plants, but the video is really interesting. It has like an intro. It talks about the problem and the solution and about food forests and everything. So I recommend like Google Notebook for your learning, for your research, for your if you specifically have this challenge, researching plants and trying to understand what plants will grow well in your conditions. Just maybe you have your PDF lying around, maybe you have whatever, you buy the books, buy the reference books in PDF forms, load it in your Google Notebook, and whenever you have issues, you go to your notebook and just so please generate what are the 3 plants I can grow in my understory, alkaline soil, zone 5, semi-shade, waterlogged soil. okay, and it will it will give you like 3 plants, and then okay, you can ask, okay, what are the features of this plant, whatever. So you can ask it whatever you want. Okay, hopefully this was useful, and talk to you soon. Bye.